A good way to organize is to use the Stickies application. You can get there by going to the Spotlight search and typing Stickies and then return, and that will open your Stickies application. You can go and create a new note by going to File and New Note. Okay. Stickies lets you keep notes like these on your desktop. You can use a Stickies note to jot down reminders, lists, or other information. You can also use notes to store frequently used text or graphics. Just think about anything you might put on a post-it note, and just think of using the Stickies application like a digital post-it note. Okay. Anytime that you want to close a note, if you're done with it, you decide you don't want it at all, you can come here and click this little tab and it will go away if you don't have anything saved. If you have a note and you have something typed in there and then you close it, it will ask you if you want to save it. And if you save it, it will just export it as a text file to like your documents. You can hit cancel and then it wouldn't go away, and if I clicked it again and said don't save, then it just deletes the entire thing. Anytime you have a note that you want to just collapse, you can double click right here and it will minimize it, and then if you double click again it will expand it. Anytime you are done with your Stickies or you don't want them on your desktop, you can go to Stickies and quit Stickies, and then when you reopen it, anything that you have, any of your new Stickies will appear there for you. Okay, so let's go to File and New Note again and talk about some of the features that you have here. So one of the things I like to do first is you can go to the color and you can change the color. You can also expand or move it all around to be the shape that you want it to be, and you can move them wherever you think best fits whatever you're trying to do. A couple of ideas for Stickies. You could use it kind of as a to-do list, so even something simple like you could have this one be for things that you need to do today, and maybe it would be like turn in pre-absence slip, okay, pay the bank for fee, okay, and then maybe go to math lab. So you could have one that is just your today that you could remove if you wanted. You could continue by saying like tomorrow or in seminar this week or something like that. Okay, and continue with what you need to for Stickies. You could also create a new note for each one of those if you want to. Some of the other features that are kind of neat is that you can customize your notes as well to kind of make them stand out. You could just go up like to today and do the Command B for bold if you know those shortcuts. You can also come up here to font and show fonts, and it gives you some of the different options if you want to change different colors or different fonts or different sizes depending on whatever it is that you're looking for to kind of just make your Stickies nice and customized. Okay, so those are some kind of neat features there of doing that. If you find a font that you really like or a color, like say I really want it to be just like this, then I can come up here to note and say use as default, and then anytime I do a new note it will default to that font, which is kind of nice. Okay, you can print your Stickies if you want to. Hopefully there's not really a need for that. It's kind of more of a personal thing as a to-do list. If you come here into the edit, you can add links. So if you're taking notes and you want to link it to maybe a review or something for a teacher, you can come in here and you can highlight what it is that you're wanting to do. Okay, so maybe I'd put like review for science. Okay, and you could maybe highlight review, and then you would go up here to edit and add link, and you could paste in the link to the study materials and then click OK, and then it will highlight right here so that you have that as your notes. Some other features under the edit, you can check your spelling and grammar, and a couple options for substitutions and transformations, making upper and lowercase and capitalizing. The speech one is kind of neat. It starts speaking whatever you have highlighted. So if I come back in here and highlight, and then come back down here to speech and do start speaking.
Turn in pre-absence slip, pay the bank for fee, go to math lab.
It will do that for you, so that's kind of an interesting way to have it read to you or practice vocabulary if you prefer something like that. If you have your dictation feature set up, then you can start dictation, and that would allow you to talk to the computer and it will be typing whatever it is that you speak. And then there's some choices for some emojis and symbols there. We already kind of mentioned about the fonts and the things that you can do with that. Here's your bold, underline, and italics if you want to do those. And remember, here's your shortcuts right there, which will make your life easier if you can kind of start remembering those. Okay. And we talked about the collapse and the zoom feature. If you want to be able to zoom it, it will go all the way. Okay. and then bring it back out if you want to do that. If you're typing it, if you're just doing notes on it and you want to do it that way. Otherwise, follow probably whatever other note-taking strategy your teachers are asking you to do in class. So hopefully that gives you an idea of a couple ways that you could use stickies as a way to stay organized.